Okay, so according to ESPN, James Harden experienced what the Brooklyn Nets are calling a setback in his hamstring rehabilitation and is now out indefinitely. Coach Steve Nash said, "We'll rehabilitate him and get him back whenever we can, and who knows when that'll be. We support James Harden, blah, 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 all of that." They also said that he had an MRI on Tuesday. That's the team statement. They said Nash said that Harden didn't fall to execute a specific maneuver that caused some discomfort. He just felt it. So, all right, now you got James Harden out. You still have Kevin Durant out with a thigh contusion. That's what they're saying. And so now basically the only superstar you got left is Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving also has an injury history. Who knows what the hell is going on? Who knows how many minutes Kyrie is going to play? This is what I think is going on. Now, I'm not going to sit here and act like I think that James Harden is faking an injury or anything like that, because anybody that's had a hamstring injury knows that that shit is tough to get over. And even if you feel like you got all the way through, you're like, oh shit, I feel good, like my hamstring good. And then you go out there and you make the wrong move, or you stretch the wrong way or do the wrong thing, boom, it's back lingering again. So that's one of those, to me, serious injuries. I don't know how serious James Harden's is. And I know James Harden don't really got an injury history like Kyrie Irving do. And I don't want to say Kevin Durant has an injury history, but damn, he's coming off of Achilles, thigh contusion now, like all this stuff going wrong with him. It's not looking good for the Brooklyn Nets. That's all I'm going to say. And I know that their whole plan is, all right, we're gonna rest James Harden as much as we can. We're going to rest KD as much as we can. And I think what they're going to do next is they're going to try to rest Kyrie Irving as much as they can, because they're, I think, number 2 in the East right now. Why would you mess up getting a third superstar injured because you played him a whole bunch of minutes because Kevin Durant is out and James Harden is out, when you already know, forget about the 1 seed. The Sixers, when they lost to the Sixers locked that up, I'm pretty sure. So they already know, and I think they feel that their team is good enough to where it really doesn't matter where they get seeded in the playoffs as far as the Eastern Conference goes. I think they feel that they just going to run through everybody. And I'm here to tell y'all, I don't think that shit is going to be as easy as they think it's going to be. Not saying that they think it's easy. I ain't putting words in their mouth. But if I was a betting man, I'd be willing to say that they think that this is going to be an easy-ass path. They're going to run through the East. They're going to make it to the finals, and they're going to either play the Lakers or the Clippers. Because let's be honest, if LeBron come back healthy, which he probably will, and AD come back healthy, I'm a little iffy on that because AD got injury history, it's probably going to be them and the Nets, especially now that the Lakers got Andre Drummond, who's been balling out, save for a few games where he was a little iffy. But it's all good. We need him for rebounds mostly, and he been providing that. Points, LBJ, AD, they going to set them up. You know what I'm saying? All those bigs, like, I feel very confident in saying that as good as the Clippers been doing, they ain't seeing the Lakers. So let's get back to the Nets. The Nets, down 2 of their big 3. They got to rest these dudes, because at the end of the day, they're going to play the 76ers in the playoffs, and they're going to play the Bucks. And everybody knows when you get to the playoffs, the tempo changes, the game gets slower, shit gets more physical. Refs let a lot of shit go. James Harden knows that from all his days playing with the Rockets. All those years where he was by far leading the league and getting to the free throw line and all of this stuff. And then you get to the playoffs and they ain't giving you all those easy calls like they was before. And so you can't be doing all this complaining. Well, you can, but it ain't going to get you nowhere. And you got to figure out how to make your game right in other places. I think the consensus around people that watch basketball or the casual fans is that, just like the Nets probably think, they just going to roll through the East. And I'm here to tell you that shit is not going to be sweet and as easy as people think it's going to be. Don't forget, I know the Bucks ain't been playing, as great as they could be playing, but I still think that they got better. And when it comes to the playoffs, they just going to get even more better. So what's the best course of action for the Nets? It's what they're probably going to do. Sit James Harden. Sit Kevin Durant. I don't want to say put Kyrie Irving on a minutes restriction, but 30, to 33 minutes a game and yank them, like they're still good enough. And if Kyrie is that dude, you know what I'm saying, then this is his chance to lead in the absence of Kevin Durant and James Harden and really show boys I can lead the show dolo too, because James Harden did it. Dolo all those years back. I don't want to say dolo because, I mean, he had Chris Paul, he had Russell Westbrook, all these people. But this is really Kyrie Irving's chance to shine and show them that, hey, even though we're down two big superstars, we ain't nothing to be messed with, and I ain't nothing to be messed with, and I can actually lead a team. Because in my opinion, that's been the knock on Kyrie is, okay, you had all of your success when you was with LeBron. You wanted to get out of that situation. You went to the Celtics, didn't work out. You know, I mean, they got to the playoffs, but then you were hurt. So we don't know what you would have did. You know, we can assume, we can suspect, but at the end of the day, you didn't do it. So this is his chance now. You know, as far as KD goes with the thigh contusion, I think as opposed to James Harden injury with the hamstring, I think KD's is less serious. And I think that he should actually play through it. Obviously, sports is a business now, and he's not going to do that. But, you know, I don't make the decisions. They do, obviously. I'm just somebody on YouTube talking. But Kevin Durant, I think they're just going to sit him because they want all their superstars 1,000% healthy for when that playoff push comes, because they know that shit's about to get real. They being the front office and the coaches. It's the players who I think, you know, probably think shit gonna be sweet. But, you know, what do I know? We'll see. That's all I got. Y'all stay black.